What if I told you the real reason you're not unforgettable isn't about how you look or what you say? It's because you're too predictable, too available, and worst of all, too easy to replace. When people can't stop thinking about you, they crave your presence, but they can never quite have enough of you. Today, I'm going to show you the 10 Stoic skills that make you not just memorable, but irresistible. These aren't your typical tips. These are the same strategies that ancient warriors and philosophers used to command respect and dominate their relationships. Whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, or even an adversary, you're about to learn how to make them think about you constantly. And if you're serious about leveling up your life, hit subscribe or join our channel membership to support us. Trust me, we're about to share content that will make you rethink everything you know about power and control. Stoicism isn't just some ancient philosophy from textbooks. It's the ultimate power move in modern life. In today's world, most people are slaves to their emotions. They react impulsively, letting fear, anger, and jealousy control them, then wonder why they can't maintain meaningful relationships. But the men who understand Stoic philosophy know better. They know that controlling your emotions is the first step to controlling everything else in your life. The Stoics believed that by mastering your inner self, you can shape the world around you. That's what I'm going to teach you today. Whether you're trying to become unforgettable to a partner, respected by your peers, or even admired by your competition, these 10 skills will elevate you to a level of your own. 1. Self-control. In today's world, many people react emotionally to everything. Whether it's their boss criticizing them or a friend challenging them, this type of behavior makes you forgettable. The truth is, people don't respect emotional instability. They respect someone who can control themselves. Self-control is your ultimate weapon. Imagine you're in a heated argument with someone, perhaps your partner, and they are pushing your buttons. Most would get emotional or even apologize under pressure. But not you. You maintain your cool, avoid raising your voice, and never lose your composure. This isn't just about staying calm, it's about power. The less reactive you are, the more control you have in any situation. That kind of self-control is rare. People are drawn to those who can handle stress without breaking. It's dominant, and it's unforgettable. 2. Emotional intelligence. Here's where most people miss the mark. They think power is all about showing force, but real power comes from understanding. Emotional intelligence is about reading people, understanding not just what they say, but how they feel and what they truly mean beneath the surface. When you can tap into that understanding, you control the situation. Many people barrel through conversations, desperate to make their point. But the secret to winning any interaction is making the other person feel understood. Let's say you're on a date. Most people think the key to success is talking about yourself, your achievements, and dominating the conversation. But the real winner is the one who listens. When you listen, really listen, and reflect someone's emotions, you become the person who truly understands them. And trust me, they'll remember that. People forget words, but they never forget how someone made them feel. The person who makes others feel heard is the person they'll be thinking about long after the interaction. Emotional intelligence isn't just about romantic relationships. It applies in every situation, in business, with friends, and in your family. When you understand others and see beneath the surface, you become powerful. You'll be the one people turn to for advice, the one they can't stop thinking about. It's about subtle influence, being able to guide the course of any interaction without force. Third, strategic withdrawal. Most people think that if they're always available, they'll win someone over. But here's the truth. The more accessible you are, the less valuable you become. People don't crave what's always around. They crave scarcity. If you want someone to think about you non-stop, you need to master the art of strategic withdrawal. Stop being the person who responds immediately to every message. Don't be the one who's always available. Create mystery. Make them wonder. The moment you withdraw is the moment they'll start thinking about you more than ever. Think about it. When something is always around, it becomes predictable and loses its allure. People take it for granted. But when you withdraw and let them experience your absence, they begin to feel that void. And that's when they start to crave you. This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding human psychology. People want what they can't have, or what they can't fully control. Seneca once said, "To make them miss you, you must give them the gift of your absence." When you're too accessible, you lose that power. By creating scarcity, you reestablish your value. Suddenly, you become the one they're thinking about constantly. In today's world of instant gratification, becoming unavailable is one of the most powerful moves you can make. 4. Rational decision-making. Let me ask you something. How many times have you seen a man lose control because he let his emotions guide his decisions? Too many, right? Here's the hard truth. Men who lead with emotion are seen as weak, and society notices. Rational decision-making isn't just about staying calm. It's about being unshakable. It's about becoming the person others, including your partner, can depend on. Imagine your relationship is falling apart. Your partner is emotional, demanding, and unpredictable. Most men would try to fix it right there and then, saying anything to calm her down, or worse, begging, but not you. You take a step back, assess the situation, and respond with logic. Instead of fueling the emotional fire, you become the anchor, the only steady force in her chaotic world. She won't say it, but deep down, she craves that strength. Here's the best part. The moment you stop reacting emotionally, you become incredibly rare. In today's world, everyone is losing their cool over something. Politics, relationships, work. But when you're the one who makes rational decisions, you stand out from the crowd. Whether you're in a relationship or at work, people will turn to you when things fall apart. Women, in particular, respect men who don't break down emotionally. They might say they want you to open up, to be vulnerable, but the truth is, they want a man who can handle things when they can't. So the next time you're faced with a crisis, take a step back, breathe, and respond with logic. In that moment, you won't just be memorable, you'll be irreplaceable. 5. Resilience life will knock you down, whether it's a painful breakup, getting fired from a job, or failing at something you've worked hard for. It's not a matter of if these things will happen, but when. But here's the thing. 90% of men stay down when life hits them. They crumble, they get emotional, and they feel sorry for themselves. And what does that get them? Nothing. No respect, no attention, nothing. But the real power move is bouncing back fast, harder, and stronger than ever before. Let me put it this way. Your ex should regret ever leaving you. When she scrolls through social media and sees you thriving, getting in shape, leveling up in your career, and living your best life without her, she should feel like she lost the best thing that ever happened to her. Your success is the best form of revenge, and it's what makes you unforgettable. You see, most guys turn into emotional wrecks after a breakup, texting their ex at 2 a.m., hoping for a second chance. But not you. You use the pain as fuel. Here's the harsh truth. Women don't respect weakness. If you crumble and beg after a breakup, you're only proving to her that she made the right decision. But if you show her, and everyone else, that nothing can stop you, that you come back even stronger, that's when they start regretting their choices. Resilience isn't just about survival. It's about dominating life's challenges and winning no matter what. When you can do that, you're not just in their mind. You're living rent-free in their head. 6. Mindful presence. Let me tell you something that most men will never realize. In today's world, everyone is distracted by their phones, by social media, by everything. Most guys are constantly checking their phones, scrolling through Instagram, or looking for the next dopamine hit, even when they're on a date or talking to someone they supposedly care about. But you're different. You're the man who puts the phone down, looks them in the eye, and is fully present in the moment. You make them feel like they're the only person in the room. Most men don't get it. They think multitasking is the way to go. They think women are impressed by busy guys who are constantly connected. But the truth is, when you give someone your full attention, when you're truly engaged in a conversation, you become someone they can't forget. Most men can't compete with that, and that's why it's so powerful. Imagine being on a date where your partner feels like she's the center of your world. She'll walk away from that date and won't be able to stop thinking about how different you are. Why? Because no one else does this anymore. Being fully present is a lost art. You want to stand out? Be the guy who gives his full attention. This works not just in romantic relationships, but in every interaction. At work, with friends, with family. People are starved for attention, and when you're the one who provides it, they won't be able to stop thinking about you. Most guys are too busy trying to prove how important they are by checking their notifications. But you prove how important you are by being fully present. That's how you win the game. 7. Emotional regulation. Here's the hard truth most men refuse to accept. If you let your emotions control you, you're done. Whether it's in a relationship, at work, or with friends. If you can't keep your cool, you've already lost. Think about it. You've seen guys get into heated arguments with their partners and completely lose it. Yelling, throwing things, storming out. And what happens next? They lose all respect. Women, especially, lose attraction fast when a man can't control his emotions. They see it as weakness. The more you react emotionally, the more power you give away. But here's what makes you different. You stay calm. You breathe. You assess the situation. Even when you're angry, you don't let it show. This isn't about bottling up your feelings. It's about learning how to express them strategically. You don't lash out in anger. You respond with calculated composure. In a relationship, the guy who can stay cool when things get heated is the one his partner will think about long after the argument is over. Why? Because you're not like everyone else. 8. Purposeful action. Most men today are floating through life, reacting to whatever happens. They let circumstances, others, or society dictate how they live. But the men who stand out, the ones who get remembered, are the ones who make purposeful, calculated moves. They don't wait for things to happen. They create opportunities. Every action they take is intentional, aimed at getting closer to their goals. This is the difference between men who succeed and those who don't. Think about relationships. How many guys let their partner dictate how things go? They're constantly on the defense, reacting instead of leading. Imagine being the guy who plans the dates, makes decisions, and sets the pace. That's the guy who is in control, and control is attractive. People respect a man who leads, a man who takes charge. They crave someone who knows where he's going. When you move with purpose, everyone around you starts to notice. The key to being unforgettable is to stop drifting. Act with intention in everything you do, whether it's how you handle your career, manage relationships, or take care of your body. Be the man who makes things happen, the one others look to for direction. Because when you're the one guiding the way, you're the one they'll always remember. Purposeful action is about control, deciding your destiny instead of letting others decide it for you. Make every move count, and you'll be the one they think about long after you've left the room. 9. Gratitude. Most men today feel entitled. They believe they deserve everything without putting in the work or appreciating the small things they already have. But here's what separates the winners from the losers: gratitude. When you start genuinely appreciating what you already have, you'll notice a shift in how people treat you, especially in relationships. Women notice when a man values the little things. Think about it. When was the last time you told her you appreciate her effort, instead of always expecting her to do more? When you show gratitude, you make others feel valued, and when people feel valued, they want to be around you. But this isn't just about women. It's about everyone in your life. Most guys complain, whining about how hard life is and how nothing is going their way. But a man who appreciates the grind, who is thankful for the process of leveling up, is a man people respect. Gratitude shows strength. It shows you're in control of your life, not a victim of it. The man who can look at what he has and say, "This is enough. I'm grateful for what I've built," is the man who gets more. People can sense entitlement from a mile away, but when you express genuine appreciation, you become magnetic. Women, friends, and even business partners will gravitate towards you because you're different. You're not chasing more. You're valuing what's in front of you. That kind of man, unforgettable. 10. Virtuous living. Here's the harsh truth most men don't want to hear. Your reputation is everything. People will remember how you handle situations when no one's watching. If you're the type of guy who constantly takes shortcuts, cuts corners, or compromises your values for an easy win, you're the guy they forget. But the man who lives with virtue, who does the hard thing when it would be easier to lie or cheat, that's the man people respect. Respect equals influence. Imagine this. You're out with friends, and everyone's egging you on to lie to your partner or cut a deal under the table at work. Most guys would give in and take the easy route because it gets them what they want in the short term. But if you're the guy who stands firm and says, "No, that's not who I am," you'll command their attention. People will respect you not just for your strength, but because you're living by principles they wish they could live by. In a world that's constantly testing your integrity, the man who stands tall, unshaken, becomes the man everyone remembers. And here's where it gets real. This is the guy women crave. She's not looking for a man who's weak or easily swayed by the crowd. She's looking for the man who does what's right, even when it's hard. That's the kind of power you want. The power that doesn't come from being loud, but from being uncompromising in your values. When you live with integrity, you're untouchable. Conclusion. This is where most men fail. They hear the advice, they understand the power of Stoicism, but they don't act. The truth is, it's not enough to know these 10 Stoic skills. You have to live them. The world is filled with noise and weak men who react emotionally, crave validation, and play by the rules society hands them. But that's not you anymore. You're stepping into a new version of yourself, a man who controls his emotions, masters his mind, and commands respect without having to say a word. Imagine walking into a room and feeling the shift. People turn to you, not because you're loud or flashy, but because they can sense your power. The truth is, Stoicism isn't just about self-control. It's about self-mastery. It's about becoming the man they can't stop thinking about. The man who owns every situation and lives by unshakable values. Let me tell you, when you live like that, people will remember you every single time. Now here's the reality. Mastering these skills is a journey, and it's one you don't have to take alone. If you're serious about becoming the man they can't forget, hit that subscribe button right now. Better yet, join our channel membership and support the mission. We're building a community of men who refuse to live on autopilot, who want to control their lives with the same Stoic principles that have stood the test of time. Whether you subscribe or join, you're making an investment in yourself, in your power, and in your future.